Got Captain Massey at the bridge. Go 312. Tender 312. Avery, come back.
Odyssey! We're up my back! Tender 3.
Get to the bow. Prep the sound cannons.
You know that man, Don Johnson. Exclusive clip from this week's episode of the ABC show, Dr. Odyssey. Don joins us now. Welcome, great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
I love what you say about the show. You say it's like a dream.
It is. It's like a dream, and you know anything can happen in a dream, and we made sure of that. You know, we have some sequences where people are going, "Say what? What? The man broke his what?"
Do you have, Mr. Jones? Do you have those types of dreams in real life? What we see?
I have Technicolor dreams.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we don't want to get
No,
into
we don't
that.
want to go there. No.
It's PG rated.
Okay.
So.
Well, let's go with. Did you have to pick up some new skills for this role?
Not really. I mean, I've spent a lot of time on the water.
Mm-hmm.
I used to race those power boats, you know, offshore power boats, and you know, it tells you how smart I am. But you pick up a lot of nautical stuff, and you know the lingo. Basically, with anything, if you know the lingo, you're an expert.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You said that anything can happen. The fans and the internet have all these theories about what's going to happen and what's going to go on. What
and
can
I
you
agree
tell
with
us?
all of them.
Can you tell us? Can you give us anything?
I could, but then I'd have to kill you. Because ABC has made sure that we don't reveal anything past orcas, which is I think what airs next. We just had Shark Week.
Yeah.
And then the orcas are chasing away the sharks. Ooh. I know it sounds a little wacky, but we are on the ocean.
We actually
those creatures live in the ocean.
a little lesson this morning. We have a message from one of your biggest fans.
Dear Don Johnson, can you please tell me what it's been like to work with such a massively talented, devilishly handsome man like Joshua Jackson?
I didn't hear all that. I think I'm grateful.
He seems like a lot of fun to be working with.
We have a blast. I mean, the whole cast and crew, you know, we're all old hands, and Ryan came out, and I think part of his genius, and he is a genius, is his ability to identify people's energy. And he handpicked the four of us, and we all four said yes. And so that energy is what came into the show, and it was sort of how I started the show today. That whole
One of the outtakes.
And he's over there having a blast because he knows what that entails. Y'all will hear about it. And anyway, so that kind of joy and that kind of enthusiasm and permeates the set, and I think that translates.
It comes through.
It does.
Yeah,
It really
I
comes
think
through.
so.
It really does.
Yeah.
You must be a proud papa. Your son Jesse, your daughter Dakota, following in your footsteps. So they come to Papa for some acting advice?
Well, I warned them against it. I mean, I said, you know, this is not for you. I'll tell you a quick funny story.
Okay.
When Dakota was graduating high school, we have a rule in the family. And the rule is that if you don't go on to college, you get a job. You're off the family payroll. So out of high school, I went to Dakota and I said, do you want to go visit some colleges? And she goes, oh, I'm not going to college. And I went, oh, that's interesting. How are you going to look after yourself? And she says, don't you worry about it. I'm going to be an actress. And I went, oh, what would I have seen you in? Nothing, right? Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. 3 months later, she had that part in The Social Network, and she hasn't looked back.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yes,
Anna and Oliver Peoples campaign. I said, I'll just be over here in the corner.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, seems like you got this.
And we saw you recently work with your best friend Bruce Willis's daughter Rumor. You've known her since
I held her
life.
as a baby.
Yeah, the whole
and I
life.
held her baby.
Is it kind of full circle for you?
Oh man, it's beautiful. You know, Bruce and I were friends when he was a bartender at Cafe Central over here, and I'd go in there and sit with Bruce. I didn't drink at the time, but Bruce was such a good storyteller, and he'd tell me about all the trials and tribulations of dealing with the drunks and the actors. It's kind of the same. And I got to be friendly with him, and I said, you know what, you'd be awesome. So I called the casting director, Bonnie Timmerman, and I said, Bonnie, there's a guy that's a bartender over at Cafe Central, and she said, yeah, I know. There's 5,000 of them. I said, no, this guy is interesting. He's special. Bring him in and read him. And she did. And we cast him in Miami Vice before he was ever in anything else.
So what was it about him? What jumped out
I
at
could
you?
just tell. When you do something enough, like in what's his name's book, Malcolm Gladwell's book, 10,000 times, you get. By the way, I can sit with a director, and in 15 seconds, I can say he either has film sense or he doesn't. It's weird, you just pick those things up,
And it's worked out.
So far, so good.
Now, you didn't pick up that your daughter had it, but it worked out for her too.
No, I was just trying to keep her gainfully employed. She didn't need me to keep her gainfully employed.
Thank you for coming. A lot of fun. Dr. Odyssey,
I
it's
enjoyed
Thursday
it, you
nights
guys.
at
Thank
9.
you so much.
Thank you.
8 Central right here on AB. Streams the next day on Hulu.